What's up, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Tylerj J. We love it here. I'm sure you will too. So make sure you hit that subscribe button so you never miss an upload from me. What's up, y'all? So I have a special guest with me. This is Harlow. This is my new puppy. He's a golden doodle. I've had him for a week and 3 days now, and it's been interesting to say the least. It has been a hectic week and 3 days. I never would have expected this is what it's like to have a new puppy, but I will get all into that. Harlow is very hyper. He's very active, so he will not be sitting with me throughout this whole video, but I wanted to introduce him to y'all. He's a golden doodle. I love him so much, and he's like in that biting stage, so nibbling on my fingers. So I just wanted to share with you all some of the things that I purchased to prepare for him, the process of finding a good breeder, and then also just explaining to y'all how our first week has been. So the first thing that I purchased were these puppy pads. You definitely want to get these if you have a new puppy. Harlow is actually doing very well. I don't want to say like he's completely house trained because he does still have like a few accidents. But for the most part, like 9 times out of 10, when he uses the bathroom, he uses it on these puppy pads. These have been lifesavers, and you go through them pretty fast. So I would say grab 2 or 3 bags of these. This is the second bag that I purchased, and it's an 100 count. So the first bag really only lasted us a week. And when you're training your puppy with the puppy pads, you're going to use a lot. You're going to want to put like multiple pads down so they have a large enough area to use the bathroom. Also want to grab some waste bags for when you take your puppy outside. You want to, be courteous, pick up after your dog. Also got these pet wipes. I do wipe him after he uses the bathroom because I do allow my dog like on the couch, on the bed, and I don't want him tracking around that stuff. So we wipe him, and when he comes out from outside, like you just never know, like dogs get into everything. So I wipe him, I wipe his paws, I wipe his face, I clean him every time we come into the house. So you will want to get these as well. Both of these items came from Home Goods. I also purchased this Chi Puppy Shampoo. I haven't used it yet, but it smells really good. So I have the shampoo. Then I also have the deodorizing spray because y'all know pets are gonna smell like pets. So got that for a little like refresher. Also, you want to get your dog some bones and treats. And then these are the treats that I purchased him. I think I want to switch over to like some healthier treats. I don't feel like these are the absolute best, but you definitely want to get some treats for potty training and any other type of training. Yeah, definitely want to get that. A leash, of course, and a collar. He has a collar on now, but I got a leash. Also, some toys for him to play with. I need to get him some more toys and like some chew toys. Of course, you want to get food. So let me tell y'all a little bit about like our first week and his food and all of that. So this is the food that he was on when he was with the breeder. And I made a mistake and I changed his food too early. I did progressively like put the new food in with his old food. His breeder sent over like a bag of this. Not this big bag, obviously, but like in a little Ziploc bag. Honestly, I didn't know what type of food the breeder had. Like, it didn't say it on the Ziploc bag. So I ended up buying this Blue Diamond, and I mixed it with his food that the breeder brought with him. And that was a terrible idea. So when you get a new puppy, or I think it's specifically like goldendoodles, they're extremely sensitive. They have extremely sensitive stomachs. You do not want to switch their food too early. You really want to wait like at least 3 months. So I did this after 4 days, and it's just me being transparent. Like, I made a mistake, but I'm sharing this with y'all so y'all don't make that same mistake. So I changed his food after like, I think the 3rd or 4th day. I started mixing this with his old food, and that gave him diarrhea. And I think it also caused him throwing up with the mixture of me taking him out too early. So our first week was horrific, y'all. So Harlow ended up getting diarrhea, and the following day he started throwing up. So I called the vet and, you know, told them his symptoms and what was going on. The vet then proceeded to say, like, he may have what you call Parv's disease. I believe I'm saying that right, which is super contagious in dogs. And it's a very rapid acting disease that can cause death. So the veterinarian she just made me so scared. She was just like, if he continues throwing up, like, you need to immediately bring him into the emergency room, because like anything can happen. Like, he may not make it to the morning. So Harlow ended up throwing up a couple times throughout the daytime, but then he seemed to get progressively better throughout the day. But in the middle of the night, he threw up again. He actually threw up twice. So I'm like, I'm not taking no chances. Y'all, it was 2 o'clock in the morning, and I rushed him to the emergency room. I was crying. I was a mess, because I'm like, the vet just told me, like, this if he has this disease, it will progress super fast. And I'm just like, I just got this dog. Like, I just had all of these thoughts. Like, I can't even take care of a dog. Like, I just was beating myself up, and I was so freaking sad. So yeah, that was a horror story, y'all. I ended up taking him to the emergency room. We got to the emergency room. We were literally there for 3 hours. So from 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. They ended up like giving me a discount because we were there for so long. But either way, y'all, it was just a traumatic experience. So we went to the emergency room. They gave him, they tested him for Parv's disease. He didn't have it, thank God. And then they also like gave him some nausea medicine and some antibiotics. So he was fine after that. A few days after going to the emergency room, we then went to his actual vet. And the vet was like, if I didn't know that he went to the emergency room a couple of days, I wouldn't have even known. Like, she said that he was a happy, healthy puppy, which made me very happy. But yeah, y'all, do not change your dog's food too soon. Like I said, I will wait at least 3 months. That was what was advised to me. The only reason why I changed his food was because I didn't know what type of food the breeder was giving him. So I reached back out to the breeder, figured that out, and then just went back to his original food. So don't change your dog's food too early. Another tip: do not take your puppy outside until he's fully vaccinated. That's another mistake I made. And I'm going to be honest, y'all, the process of me getting Harlow moved so fast, along with other things going on in my life. I just didn't do like, I did research, but not enough research on just like keeping the puppy healthy. I more so did research on the type of dog I wanted and what I needed to buy for him. Like, I really didn't do enough research on a puppy's health and how to take care of him. So I would definitely do that. But yeah, so okay, so when I first got him, I took him to PetSmart. Bad idea. Like, your dog is literally supposed to be in the house until he's fully vaccinated. vaccinations have to be spread out. So a puppy is not going to be fully vaccinated until about 4 months old. So that's really when you should take your puppy out and introduce him to new dogs. But prior to then, like, you should not be taking your puppy outdoors. Like, of course you can take them out to use the bathroom, but then you want to bring them right back in. You don't want to take them around heavily trafficked areas where other dogs are, because their immune systems are still being built, just like a baby. Like, their immune systems are still being built, and they just can't handle it. Like, they can contract diseases and sicknesses super easy. So keep your puppy in the house. Do not expose them to any other pets until they are fully vaccinated, y'all. I didn't know that until I was in the store, and this guy was like, "How old is your dog?" And I'm like, "He's 8 weeks." And he was like, "Pick him up. Like, he does not need to be walking around the store until he's fully vaccinated in at least like 3 to 4 months." So that's something I did not know either. And now we just be in a house. Me and Harlow be chilling in a house. I live in an apartment and there's dogs everywhere. So it's just like, I really don't have a area where I can take him where there's no like heavy dog traffic. So we stay in the house, but he'll go out after he's fully vaccinated. So I wanted to just kind of share my process on how I found Harlow, a little background about my research and finding a reputable breeder. So I started looking for Harlow maybe at the end of March, and I got him June 1st. So it took me about like the middle of March. So it took me about 2 months and a half to find him. And I was very specific on the type of dog I want, the color. I knew I wanted a goldendoodle, a red male goldendoodle, and I was not settling for anything else. Like, that's what I wanted. So I used this listing site. It's called buckeyepuppies.com, and they just have like a list of breeders, and Buckeye Puppies is targeted towards the Ohio, Michigan, and Indiana area. And the reason why I was looking in that area, I'm going to just be transparent, real with y'all. Dogs are cheaper out there. Like, a lot of the breeders here in Dallas and like surrounding areas are charging double the price. Breeders are a lot cheaper in the Midwest. So that is why I was on buckeyepuppies.com, and I came across Dream Tree Puppies. So that is where I got Harlow from. And I really just did my research. Like, I reached out to the breeder. We had conversations. I was able to ask her all the questions I had. She was willing to video chat me, send additional pictures of Harlow. And that's really gonna be like the deciding factor when you're choosing a breeder. You wanna go with a breeder that you feel comfortable with, a breeder that has good communication. They're willing to answer any questions that you have. You know, go on their website, read their reviews, do some research, and see what other people have said when they purchased dogs for him. So Harlow came from Ohio. He was actually flown to me on a flight, so I picked him up from the airport. He was in this little cage. I probably will include a clip to show y'all, but yeah, so he was flown to me, and that was extra. It was like $500 extra, but it was still cheaper than getting a dog here or surrounding areas. So they were awesome. They made the process very seamless. Like I said, it moved very, very fast. Like, you want to be, when you're looking for a dog, be prepared to purchase, because these dogs go fast, especially if you have like a specific dog in mind, like specific color, specific gender, specific type. You want to make sure that you're prepared. So when you do find the dog, the process goes extremely fast. If not, like, somebody else will buy that dog. So just make sure you are prepared to make that purchase. I would say aside from Harlow being sick, everything has been going well. Like, he's very smart, he's very easy to train. Like I said, he's almost completely house trained. I really haven't had any issues besides the scare of him getting sick, and I just feel like that was like 100% my fault and lack of research and preparation. But y'all can avoid that because I'm telling y'all what to do and what not to do. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you all have puppies, golden doodles, leave some tips below. I am completely open. I love talking about dogs, training, and just keeping the dog happy and healthy and safe. So let me know in the comments what questions you have, what suggestions you have. Had to bring him back in here. Well, all right, guys, that is it. I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys. And if I don't let you know.